This is something all young goaltenders need to become good at if they ever want to play at a high level, and that is controlling rebounds with your stick. When I'm using my stick to control a rebound, I do not want to, say the puck's at our left pad here, I do not want to be jousting at it. I don't want to joust, I don't want to pull away, which I see some young goaltenders do. Stick, open up every hole in the universe, okay? We need to stay over top of the puck, even when we're using our stick. Now, everyone's gonna do things just a little bit differently than each other. Every goaltender's different, every goaltender's unique, but those two things that I just talked about can happen. When a stick save comes, I got a couple things that I gotta be aware of. So one, obviously, I wanna keep my knees together, or I can move my pad into it. Okay, again, personal preference. One thing that's super important though is making sure that I'm over top of my knees and I'm seeing the puck, I'm tracking it, I'm watching, I'm pushing my nose at it. And now either I'm turning it, staying over it, so I can now recover and go. That's super important because yes, it's good to make a save, but it's also good to be able to stay on it. You have to stay on it, again, if you want to play at a high level. All right, so let's demo a few. So a couple, right? The one thing that I don't want to happen is I don't want to get underneath it and drive it up into the glass. If we're hemmed in our own end for a long period of time, and the puck's coming cross body, and we want to send it out of play, that's a different scenario. But when it's a short side stick save, if I go and ramp it and drive it into the glass, it's going to come out the other side and cause absolute chaos. So we need to stay over top of the puck. So puck gets shots, right? I stay on it with my head. We're moving. Okay, you can move your leg into it or you're just staying tight. So here, a couple more. Again, there, it was outside of my body, so I just touched it a little bit. If I would have drove into it, it would have went up. So same thing, right? I want to see this puck, stay over top of it. Again, I can move my leg. Some guys like to do that, I prefer not, especially on short side. I'd rather we just stay tight and stay over it. Like that, okay? If it's a far side pad, it's a far pad shot, little more challenging now. But do you see how I turned it? It hit the goal line. Again, I still have to stay over this puck. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, okay? On a hard shot, it's gonna drive up. I know so many goaltenders from the age of 8 to 11 that just make pad saves, spit rebounds out through the middle of the ice. And sure, that's fine at the level you're playing at now, but if you ever want to play at a high level, you have to control that because that'll be in the back of your net.